everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new movie review. I bet you're wondering why it's quite dark in here. Now you know what it's like when you watch The Northman. It's a dark film. So what did I think of it? And let's talk a little bit more about Papa Bowman walking out of the film halfway. Okay, so yes, I saw The Northman yesterday, directed by Robert Fried Eggers, starring Alexander Skarsgård from True Blood. We have Nicole Kidman, we have Willem Dafoe in a very short role, and also we have, who do we have? Who's the other one? Oh my God, I've forgotten the other person. And Anya Taylor-Joy. Yes, how could I forget that? Okay, so I was a little bit hesitant going into this film because I watched the trailer, you know, when everybody else watched it, and I really didn't know what to make of it. It kind of looked like a Vikings gladiator. It was very dark. I wasn't too sure. I'm not being familiar with a lot of Robert Eggers films. I do own the previous two films, so I do own The Lighthouse, which I haven't seen yet, and The Witch, which I haven't seen yet. The Witch was sent to me by my good friend Jamie Powell in a steelbook, signed by the main character. I think it's the main character in the film, so maybe I need to watch both of those. The problem with The Northman, I had the same problem with this film that I had with The Batman. I found it very slow getting going for the first hour. Yeah, I know it was setting up the story and everything, but there was a lot of weird chanting and screaming and shouting and pillaging and yeah, I kind of felt it, in a way it kind of felt like one of those really weird Nicolas Cage films for the first hour. An hour into the film, I could see that Papa Bowman was probably getting ready to go. He needed a wee, he said, so he says, I've had enough of this. I love it. I love it when Papa Bowman doesn't like a film. It's always the same, I've had enough of this. And he decided to plop off and sit out in the foyer and just wait out there. He had to wait out there probably about an hour for me. Bless him. It's funny what he said afterwards, though, when we were in the car. He said there should be a rating on that film. No one over 10 should be allowed in. Because my dad's mentality when it comes to movies, you know, it's Bond, it's old black and white classics, it's Clint Eastwood, or it's Mission Impossible. He has no interest in anything Marvel, DC, superhero, romantic comedies. He's set in his ways, so he knows what he likes, and that's why sometimes I have a real trouble trying to find a movie to watch in an evening that will satisfy him, because I know that, you know, halfway through he'd be gone to bed. So yes, it is a little bit tricky, so I do know what to get. I mean, Mama Bowman, you could put bleeding video of a cat weeing in the garden and she'd be happy. Yes, but my dad is set in his ways. Yeah, so after the first hour, I was edging towards maybe leaving because it wasn't doing anything for me. I rode it out. It did get a little bit more fast paced. The revenge side of it, you know, with Alexander Skarsgård's character all grown up now and seeking, you know, revenge for the death of his father. It did push the story forward, and there was a lot more interesting dialogue with him and Anya Taylor-Joy, and I thought it moved a better pace in the second part of the film. The film was really dark, dimly lit. I'll tell you what, if you was watching that on a screen in your front room in the height of the summer with all the curtains open, you wouldn't be able to see a sodding thing on that screen, except maybe in the daylight scenes. But most of it was filmed at night or in kind of like flame lit interiors of some of the buildings. The action was okay, you know, there wasn't a lot of action. It wasn't gladiator action, but there was some good hand-to-hand combat and some good battle. So if I was saying brutal, I wouldn't say it was that brutal. I've seen far worse. We've all seen far worse brutality in a movie. So, yeah, I wouldn't say it was that brutal of a film. But when it got to the end, it's kind of like, okay, I'm off. You know, I mean, I didn't stay towards the end to see if there was any end credits, mainly because Papa Bowman was outside and I think he was eager to get out and have his Toby Carvery. And that's mainly the reason why Papa Bowman came with me. You know, it'd give the film a chance as a sit down while he was waiting for his Toby Carvery. Unfortunately, it wasn't a film that pleased him, but there you go. Yeah, I mean, I do have a pre-order in for the HMV exclusive, the Cine edition or the first edition. So I'll probably keep that. But is it a film that I could see over and over? I don't think it is. I think maybe it will take a while for me to be able to watch it again. I'll have to be in the right type of mood. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts on The Northman. I wouldn't say it's the best film of the year, not by a landslide. It was just okay for me. It was just an okay film, but I've seen far better battles and far better revenge tales. And this was, I think this was dubbed as like Hamlet for the Viking era. So I don't know how you want to take that. But anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts on The Northman, directed by Robert Eggers. I will try The Lighthouse and The Witch just to see what I think of them, and I'll share my thoughts on those. But how would I rate this on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't want to give it too little or too high. It's kind of like middle of the road for me. I think probably on just this viewing alone, I'm probably going to give it 5.5 innards falling out of your stomach out of 10. I think that's probably fair, because it's not a good well, it's not a brilliant film, it's not an excellent film, and it's not a crap film. It's kind of like middle of the road, in the middle. Whether or not that will change with a second viewing, we'll have to see. Anyway, that's my little review and my little thoughts on The Northman. I hope you enjoyed it. Like it by giving it some thumbs up. Blah, 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 blah. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. Stick down in the comments, did you like the film? Did you not like the film? And I'll see you on the next review very soon. Bye bye.